It was... The second was playback, or the first?
Yeah, no, the
first
second
was
playback. The
Yes.
first was completely
Yes,
live.
yes.
The reason why the second one was playback, because it was to be played at the end when the credits
yes,
were going
and
up, so it made
fading.
it easy for them to fade.
Yeah.
But no, I tried to get a live vocal on there, but they said no, it's easier.
And then you'll have a concert, or some concerts.
Yeah, in Club Fenja this
today.
evening, and then going to Tampere.
Oh.
Yeah, and then let me see if I can remember this. Silinjavi. Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, and I'm working on the other pronunciation today. But it's good because I'm getting outside of Helsinki as well, so I'll actually get to see Finland.
Okay.
Because normally you just come straight to Helsinki and do what you have to do.
You've just got your first golden album here in Finland.
Yeah.
What do you think? Why Finland?
Because the Finnish appreciate good quality music, that's why. Thank you very much, Finland. I suppose that, yeah, people related to it, you know. It's, like I said, it's good musicianship on the album. It was produced very well, good quality songs. It's just a good album.
But your career, it started a long time ago.
I signed my first deal when I was 16, professional deal. Yeah, so I've always done music. I've always known I wanted to be a performer, a singer, songwriter from a very, very early age. So I've just always done it. Yeah, it's my life as opposed to my career, you know, or my work.
You have even lived in Cyprus.
Well, my father's from Cyprus, so I lived over there with my grandparents. So I was very young then at the time, but I go back and visit, you know, quite a lot. But I was there for about 2.5 years. I came back after the Turkish invasion, actually.
You've said you have no hurry to become a star.
Well, no, because I feel good about myself. Do you know what I mean? If I walk into a room, I feel good about myself, you know? So I think that kind of quality is within as opposed to out there. But no, you know, it'll happen. It's happening. It's, you know, it's as long as I can continue with doing my music and what I love doing and leading a free life, then I'm happy. But that's not to say I don't want fame. I love fame. So give me lots of fame. Yeah, you know, but it'll happen. It's there, you know. I know it's there.
You're a star in Finland, but if we think a star, who is a star and who's not? Where's the difference? I mean, when can you say that now I'm a star?
How do you I think a star is somebody that proves to have longevity. You know, when you've established yourself, when you've got to, when more than just your first album or your second album's got to people, when, you know, when you can consistently give to yourself and your audience over long periods of time, I think, you know, that's what separates the winners from the losers. Is for me, it's stars. Tina Turner's a star. Mick Jagger's a star. You know, that caliber of people. I don't think you're a star. Yeah, but there's a superstar and nothing else. You don't have superstars and stars. And you know, a star is a superstar. But I think it takes more than 1 or 2 hit singles, and 1 or 2 hit albums to be a star. You know, and somebody that is true and sincere, more so, you know, more so, that is in love with what they do.
You've written many of your songs. How do you work? Where do you get your ideas?
Where do I get from life, I suppose. I mean, this album, which is my first solo album, I've had many different groups, but this is my first solo album, is probably semi-autobiographical. So the inspirations from this album came from very deep within, I suppose. And just even my simple experiences, like having a good time every summer, like Summer I Love, and, you know, so it's not a heavy album or a dark album. It's dark and light. It's a lot of different shades.
So there's no story behind Summer of Love, or?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's when it's taken from experiences. I'm very much a summer person. Candy, the girl on the track, was actually my best friend called Sarah. Her name was Sarah. So it's semi-autobiographical. It's taken from experiences, and you know, and a little bit of fairy dust over it as well. Candy sounds better than Sarah, you know. But so that's where those inspirations come from. I suppose I'm in the middle of writing my second album at the moment, and a lot of the input into that will be from experiences that I've gathered since doing this album, whilst doing this album. I've travelled an awful lot in the last year. In fact, I've consistently travelled over the last year, so I'll take from that as well, you know, so a natural progression, you know.
Yeah. You're making your second album, as you said.
Yeah, I'm writing it at the moment, in the middle of writing it, yeah.
So the future, it will be, what kind of future?
For me?
Yes, for you.
Just to continue doing what I've always done. You know, I don't know nothing else. I've never had a job. I've never worked. I've always done music. I've never had a job. So I'll just carry on, you know, as long as what I'm doing satisfies me, it can only satisfy my audience. You know, so that's the important thing, is to keep in touch with myself and to just continue doing what I love to do, you know.
When shall we have a possibility to listen to your second album?
I would say April of next year, April, May. You know, I don't like to kind of put a time on it because then it's a contradiction of what you're doing. But around about next spring, early summer maybe.
And then back to Finland.
Of course. I mean, you know, Finland will always be special because, you know, your first gold disc for an album is always the most important for that period of time that you've had in your life. So, you know, and there's nothing like your first disc for that particular album, and Finland have you know, honoured me with that opportunity, and, you know, so of course back to Finland.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much. And it was good to meet you too.
Oli hauska tavata myös sinut.
Oh.
As you as well.
Good.
I guess now it's time for signing some records. And I guess one is for him. So if you may dedicate it to him.
Of course. How do you spell? Kim, K-I-M?
K-A-I, eikö niin? Vai J? K-A-I.
Oh, K-A-I. K, right.